Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the EPF YouTube channel. We're live from St. Junius, Malta for the 2026 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships presented by Maniac Fitness. My name is Alexandre Naudin, and to my left is Coco Clément. A lot of expertise, a lot of talent, strong credentials. He's been competing at internationals for more than 10 years. Been sub-junior world champ, junior world champ, European Open champ. He's been coaching for Team France and other teams. Has 4 athletics championship. That's expertise right there. Coco, how are you feeling this morning?
Feeling really good. Now I just want to see what's gonna happen on this beautiful session today.
Yeah, beautiful session indeed. We have 2 weight classes today. First off, the 63s. We have 9 of them. And then the 83s. More of them, 13. So a pretty long flight this morning. The A group competing later on in the afternoon. It's going to be at 4. We've seen medals from the B group yesterday, especially in the 74s, a gold medal in the bench press. Hopefully we can see some of that today. It always makes the B groups interesting.
Yeah, when you're the outsider like this and like no one thinks you will get a medal, get out of the top and able to place well, that's always something cool, and I think some of them are looking forward to this, so we'll see if that happens today.
Yeah, usually those athletes have less experience, or maybe a bit less well-rounded, but some of them are lift specialists. We've seen medals in bench, deadlift, so hopefully some of that. But they're shooting in open waters, they don't know what to expect from the A group, but sometimes there are misses in the A group because they are pushing against each other. So starting off with the squat for the 63s, openers ranging from 130 kilos to 170, that's a 40 kg spread. In between 9 openers, that's a lot. First lifter out is Ula Omar, Slovenia, 130. Yeah, that's pretty smooth for an opener. That's going to be 3 white lights.
Moves really well, and she's 22 kg away from a PR, so...
Usually we tend to say that the first squat is the most nerve-wracking attempt. Would you say that's true, or it really depends on the lifter?
In a way, yes, because you have to really get all that standards to show well for the first attempt, so that's what you're looking for, and yeah, it could be a bit stressing for most people.
Next up, Clara Mendes, Croatia. It's going to be 132.5.
And that's a strong opener. She's just 7 kilo away from her best.
Could be 1 jump away if this one moves well. Not the most comfortable walkout. She clips the rack on the way out. Seems unfazed though. Great tension on the way down.
And that moves really well for a 7 kg jump to go to a PR. So let's see what she does next attempt. But yeah,
Yeah, sure. I could believe that she would jump straight to a PB.
yeah, definitely possible. Then she has to think also about what's next. So maybe that will be one of the reasons why she wouldn't go 140 directly. But we'll see.
Yeah, maybe a 5 to establish pace.
Mhm.
Cecilie does Denmark 135.
And Group B also means sometimes a younger lifter, which also change the rate of progress. And we can see the openers for now are pretty close to their max. So maybe we'll see some nice PRs today.
That's a good point, actually. I mean, the B groups are really developing ground, and you see lifters going from the B group to an A group in the span of 2 years.
Exactly.
Slightly shifted to her right side, but 3 white lights. We'll say for her squats, looks just about the same during the second round. If that's her typical squat, or just maybe a misplacement with the opener because of nerves. Now to the representative of Czechia, Agata Stulkova, 140 kilos.
Okay, strong walkout. Pretty in our strengths. And that moves fast.
They're fast indeed at 3 white lights. What would be the reason someone would squat that narrow?
There's some hip structure going on for sure. So some people just feels better like this, and I think then it also depends on muscular strong points. Some people like to use their quad a bit more and point their knees forward. It really depends on the feeling, to be honest.
I guess you should try it out in training first.
Exactly.
Dominika Jonsova, 142.5.
And same stance.
But I'd say a lower bar positioning.
Exactly. You can see the hinge at the hip that changes a bit. She pushes her knee a bit less forward, but she definitely, at least definitely seems to work for her. So that's the main thing.
Yeah, that opener seemed very comfortable.
Yeah, works really well.
I would say this is about as low as you want that bar with the new rules, though.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. At least she didn't have any problem to have a start here, so seems good from the referee, and that's what matters.
Yeah, if it passes once, it shall pass twice.
Just need to make sure that with the weight, the bar doesn't go down on the back, and everything will be fine.
Ineke van der Kruis, 145 from Belgium.
And here, a higher bar placement for sure.
Maybe a bit of a hiccup at the bottom. 3 white light, not the most comfortable opener.
Yeah, she seems a bit anxious or worried about it after it.
Quick glance at the replay. I mean, that's
that's
a
depth.
very deep squat. Yeah. No extra points. You might want to cut depth a bit. Now to Ewelina Kalinowska, 145 for the representative of Poland.
And once again, she is 7.5 kg away from her best squat as an opener. We can see a slower eccentric that we're used to from the beginning of the group. That's interesting. She pushes in her knees a bit on the outside, and it really takes time to go down. But once she pushes, it goes up directly.
It's interesting to see so many different types of squat techniques in between the same flight.
Yeah, you can see the difference in terms of body leverage of everyone. Some lifters are taller, some are smaller, some like to have their feet a bit wider. It really depends on how you feel and how you're built also for squats.
And how does that look for the Montezoinskite 162.5 penultimate opener? It's going to be 3 white lights. Another squad that looks a bit different. I'd say that was the most segmented we've seen so far.
Exactly, you can set the start. She takes time to breathe. And when she goes up, there's like a sticking point at the middle that pushes her a bit forward. And once she passes that, easy.
Yeah, it seems like she almost tilts her head to surpass that second point.
Exactly.
That's head
Maybe
drive.
could be some kind of just try to keep balance on the midfoot, and by pushing her head backwards, she just helps with that.
Now a lifter that could have been in the A group for sure is Sopiko Vanciani from Georgia, 170, PB total of 430. It looks like she's gonna have a strong fight with Zorinka to top out this B group.
Okay. And what a strong opener.
3 white lights, a good lift. The biggest nominated squad of this weight class is 180, belonging to Jana Wolf. She's opening relatively close to that, so we've seen medals from the B group. We could potentially see one in the squad event of the 63s.
Yeah, it's always hard, as you said before, because you don't know what they're gonna do after. So it's an advantage for the A group to just play depending on how the B group went. But if she's really strong, she could just work her way through it and get that medal.
We have everyone on the board. We now enter the second round with Clara Mendes. Jump of 7.5 straight to a match PB of 140 kilos. Now the bar starts to offer way more resistance, but that's going to be 3 white lights. Would you be comfortable having another 5, or would you just collect a PR with 2.5?
I think it depends on the lifter and how they know themselves. Some people are grinders, some less. If you're really looking to build a tool and don't take too much risk, maybe 2.5 could be the best idea.
Yeah, also no point in collecting 5 if you're going to lose 10 your deadlifts because of a grind.
Yeah, exactly. And also you have to remember this is a sport of total, so what matters is the addition of every lift, and 2.5 kg is better than 0 if you miss it.
Ula Omar, Slovenia, same second attempt, 140.
And as we said, probably the tallest lifter of this flight, which most of the time have a really big impact on all people's squat.
And usually there are some of the best deadlifters. We'll see how it looks for her later on in the day.
That's a 167 opener for her, yeah.
And a very easy second. Yeah, for this one, I'll be comfortable adding 5 for sure.
Yeah.
I might even discuss the 7.5.
Could be.
Some lifters like the linear strategy, going back to back with the same jumps, just to pace themselves.
Exactly. I think it also depends on how many people are in the group. If it's a big group, you can take bigger jump because you have time to rest. If the group is smaller, it's wise to take actually even bigger jump because you're not able to get 2 or 3 big lifts in the same.
Yeah, otherwise you're gonna gas out.
Exactly.
Cecilie does, Denmark, 142.5, jump of 7.5. I mean, just as an opener, she seems tilted to her right, so that's her typical squat, I guess. That's going to be 3 white lights.
You can see the bar wants to roll a bit on the back, but she seems to hold it well, so why not go up on that?
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this hinders her performance, in a way.
Yeah, it seems like it's just her technique, and she handled it well, so...
Next up, Agata Sokova, 147.5. That 7.5 kg jump is a popular one in the 63B group.
And you can see energy is rising.
Yeah, the nerves are out. She discovered the platform first time. Now she knows.
Okay.
I would call that a dive bomb.
Yeah, it's a really fast eccentric. And in this type of squat, like 5 centimeters of the concentric is really the important part. It's either it goes up and then it's pretty much done, or you just crumble out.
But you want to find that sweet spot between being speedy enough to preserve some gas, but not too speedy so you lack control.
I think it's
We're on the border here.
we're pretty close to the really speedy.
Iniki van den Kruis, 150, a jump of 5. She seemed a bit doubtful as she walked out the platform after her opener. I can understand the 5 just to regain some momentum.
Yeah. And it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, it looks different. It looks more controlled. But
Exactly.
2-1, the first shred for lack of depth on the right side.
Yeah.
So that's the side we're going to see on the replay. Do you think she's at risk of a jury intervention based on that replay?
To me, it looks pretty good compared to the other group. You have to understand that this is like a camera angle, so obviously it changes the perception of things. And yeah, I think it's a pretty good lift.
Yeah, jury seems to be satisfied with the lift. I guess you could sit with them over there. Now into Ewelina Kalinowska, 150. And that sticking point is starting to appear. 3 white lights, a good lift, but we're only 2.5 shy of our PB.
She has a really different sweat than most of the people on this fight. She really puts her weight back on the heel and try to stay hot during the descent. Yeah, that's an atypical way of squatting, but look, she seems to do well, so...
Yeah, I think she's going to look for that personal best. She's going to look to add another 5 probably. Now a jump of 10 for Dominika Jansova.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, she had arguably the easiest opener we've seen, with that low bar positioning and that narrow stance. Very sticky out of the hole. With 3 white lights, however difficult to gauge how much she has left in the tank now.
Yeah, it's a matter of balance. Whenever she goes out of the hole, she just has to make sure the bar doesn't go forward, and she keeps her weight well placed. If the bar doesn't roll, perfect.
Now into the Lithuanian Deimantė Surinskaitė, 172.5. Lithuania will have the pleasure to host the World Championship in just a few months now. They've been relocated to Druskininkai. We'll be happy to be back over there.
Okay.
Same squat but slower.
Yeah, she really takes her time during the wall squat, like even to breathe and to place. But looks strong.
And 3 white lights. I'd say that was optimized. You don't want to go any higher up in this, just to not to risk anything. But she seems good for a third. Final attempt of the second round for Sapiko, 177.5. We're starting to reach the big weights for a big group here.
Definitely. And we'll see the 2 biggest squat of the flight. What will they put on their third? We'll probably see more than 180 squats today.
And for reference, only 5 of the 63s have a nominated squat over 170.
Yeah.
So not even the whole of the A group. So she's a contender.
Definitely. And she looks pretty confident with the weight. How does it go? Okay.
3 white lights, a good lift. She has a PB squat of 185. Do you think she's good for that today? Oh, probably look to secure 182.
That's what I'm thinking of exactly. When 85 could be there, is it worth? She'll have to think about that before giving her last ticket.
Yeah, once again, she's shooting in the dark. She's out of the B group, so might as well try and secure something.
Exactly.
Hoping that there are a
Yeah.
few misses in the A group later on.
And as we say, 182 is given as a ticket for the last attempt.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible decision. But so far, an all-green scoreboard. Pleasant sight for us as we enter the third round with Cecily Doss, Denmark. 145, a final jump of 2.5, the smallest increment possible when it's not a record attempt. And this is where being a bit asymmetrical costs you the lift, right?
Could be, yeah. I mean, it's a third attempt, so you have to push your limits, and sometimes it's just too much.
I mean, no real regrets. She took the smallest increment possible, so she
Exactly.
collected every kilo she had on the day.
Exactly.
Clara Mendes, Croatia, 145, a jump of 5. We are in personal best territory here.
Okay, really meticulous setup. She takes her time to place her feet.
It's gonna be 2-1, a good lift, a yellow from the front. So yellow could be signaling a lot of things. Miscommands, technical infraction. I don't see the elbows touching the thighs, nor supporting. I don't see support from the spotters. I don't see a step. So it's either the command or I have no clue what was wrong with the lift.
Yeah, same thing, but the jury seems happy with it, so...
So PB of 5.
Exactly.
147.5 for Ula Omar, Slovenia. Jump of 7.5. We're not going to be in personal best territory. So something she's hit before in competition.
Okay. She stayed pretty conservative. I mean, her second looked really fast. You could see the bar started to roll a bit on the back, so maybe she doesn't have that much kilo left, but that's probably one of, if not the fastest third attempt we'll see today.
And a rep from the front, but with such long femurs and a narrow stance, that happens. From the side, it looks pretty convincing. And when both referees are agreeing that it seems good enough, usually the lift stands.
Yeah.
Agata Stolkova, Czechia, 152.5, jump of 5 to match her PB. Not as much of a dive bomb, but very much a grinder.
Exactly.
3 white lights, nicely done. That was the right number on the day.
Isn't as fast as the second attempt on the way down. Probably she felt like she had to keep a bit more of stability and control to be able to go back up, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think adding more weight onto that would have been ambitious. She collects a match PB. Nicely done. Now into Ewelina Kalinowska, 152.5, jump of 2.5. Another one of those lifters looking to match her PB.
And that's already an accomplishment to do that on the international stage. Okay.
Another one of those lifters that finds the right number on the day. 3 white lights, 3 for 3 in the squat event.
And you can see she knows what can handle her back. She really takes the time to push, keep the bar in place, and everything goes well on the way up.
Now shooting for a personal best is Enike van der Kruijs, 155. So back to back with the jump of 5. Wow, I did not expect that. Yeah.
Okay. What does the jury thinks about that? But wow.
Yeah, and you can see her coach Jochen Strube as stressed as her. I mean, he's really feeling the lift.
You could see she really wanted to find that depth and to make sure it was not a problem, and she probably lost a bit of balance throughout that, which forced her to pause the lift actually.
There's been jury discussion, but discussions have ended. The lift will stand. So PB for Belgium, as Dominika Jonsova is setting up another bar for 157.5, another PB at stake. Improving by 2.5 on your squat when you've been competing in 8 years.
And
that's no
better
small feat.
than the second one.
3 white lights, better than the second. had the second moved better, maybe they would have loaded more.
Yeah, yeah. But as we said, it's just a matter of controlling the bar position, not letting her go really in front. She was able to keep her back in the right position and just had to push basically.
2 more squats to go before we move on into the 83s. 2 squats that could possibly compete for a squat podium in the 63s. Demonte Solinski at 180 and Sopiko Vachani 182.5. Those are 2 very solid squats.
Definitely.
But 7.5 is the podium, walking away of the squat event with quote-unquote only 172.5.
Chances to get a medal, as we said in the squad events.
She's not gonna stand up with it. So unfortunately, no lift, 3 misses in the third round, but Chonchani stands strong at 177.5. It still could be a medal because only 2 squats are nominated at that or above that. In the A group of the 63s, so she's gonna have to wait and see. The A group is at 4 in the afternoon, but still a relatively clean squat session from those ladies.
Definitely, definitely. Only 3 misses out of the whole flight.
Yeah, out of 27 attempts, that's very clean. So now we move into the 83Bs. 13 of them openers ranging from 222.5 to 260. Once again, a 40 kilo spread in terms of openers. First one out on home soil, Neil Bezina from Malta, 222.5. I can't even imagine like competing internationally, but at home. Imagine how that would be for you.
That will be something else for sure. I mean, soil. Some people are, even for the first time here, it's like really, really something nice. And you know, you've got
2 rows. Must be a great feeling. Next up, Michaela Gelos Christoforou from Cyprus, 225. In the 4 rep place we go. Interesting how he moves his head all throughout the squat. 3 white lights. It's almost like he looks at his feet on the way down and then tilts his head back up.
could be a way to just be able to bend at the hips a bit more during the descent, while also keeping the chest up during the way up. So, yeah, some people like to drive their squat pattern through their head.
Next up, Noah Reynards, Belgium, 230. Down and up quickly, 3 white lights. Hopefully we see a lot of that as we move on. The first round of squat of the 83Bs. And same opening attempt for Dobrin Goshov, Bulgaria. Brought to the platform by none other than Emil Krastev. That's good company.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know you have experience on your side.
Nice in control for Dobrin.
Moved really well.
3 white lights. And do you think that having such a wide grip is caused by a lack of shoulder mobility, or?
For some people it is, for others it's a way to keep their chest up. Like if you don't have the best thoracic mobility, wanting to grip too tight could just cause you to fall apart on the bottom of the squat. So some people just like to be wide and be able to really feel the bar and like be able to pull on it to keep the chest up.
could also be a question of leverages. I mean, if you have super long arms,
Yeah,
you're not going to be
definitely.
able to grip that tight.
Especially forearms, if they're really long, you need to widen the grip out a bit sometimes.
Now, Luka Bencic, Croatia, 230 kilos.
Okay.
Even faster.
Yeah. Is it a speed competition today or?
It might be, who knows? But that's also a good point. Do you think speed is a good indicator as of the RPE and what to expect for the lifter?
Speed related to the lifter, obviously. I mean, for some people, the speed of one lift could be the other one for that, and for first one. I think it just depends on people. But yeah, if the speed decrease, I mean, you get closer to your 1 RM. So it's true for pretty much everyone.
Yeah, speed can be deceiving for the crowd, but for the dual coach athletes, it's a good indication.
Yeah, you just have to be able to interpret it well.
Now Roland Isyatsky from Estonia, 230 kilos. So it looks slow because of the previous squat, but
it's
still, it's a very reasonable opener.
Yeah.
3 white lights. So he suffers from the comparison, but it's a very reasonable opener. Next up, Luka Ketskes from Croatia, 232.5. Halfway done with the openers. Good luck, fist bump with the spotters. Love that. In my opinion, it makes for good luck on the day. You do what you do with it, but it's my opinion.
Always a nice thing to be nice.
And those spotters have been so good. So our lifters, very predictable, very safe. Bringing the vibes.
Once again, really fast eccentric portion of the lift, and the construct is the same thing basically.
I mean, these are only openers. Thankfully, they are pretty easy. And also a pretty low bar positioning. Just manages to stand upright. And talking about low bar positioning, one that was used to have that bar super low, Alexandre from Switzerland, 235. How does that look? Did he adapt to the new rules? It begs the question.
Yeah, and the people here are a bit of the first row of people being judged with the new rules, so they're also here to be an example and help people see.
Yeah, that's higher up than he's had it before.
Definitely.
Very wide stance.
Yeah, it looks really good to me.
However, it doesn't look good according to the side referees, but usually those stances are super hard to judge.
Exactly.
How does that
It's
look
hard
on
to
the
see the hips and
replay?
knees.
Ah, that's a difficult one to call lack of depth.
Yeah, because then there are also the arms that kind of hide everything up, so really
Yeah.
hard to judge.
It's a game of angles, illusions, leverages. He's gonna have to adapt. In his case, I think bumping the attempt might be too dangerous.
He has to know himself, know if he's able to do more, and he seems to just retake the weight.
Yeah, he's opted for a retake as Denis Kocar is setting up for 245, opening for Team Slovenia. This one's going to be 3 white lights and no troubles with depth. So far, Team Slovenia has been great with their games selection, their handling, super clean lifting out of Team Slovenia, and their team has been getting bigger with some strong lifters. Talking about Stasho Razem, for example. Nantu Kamerada, Czechia, same opening attempt, 245. 25 years old, but 10 years of competitive experience. That reminds me of someone.
Yeah, it's a long time competing, especially if you're 25, which means you started early, and sometimes it's hard to still see some progress with such an experience, but maybe today is the day for him.
Surely looks like it, because that was 15 kilos shy with PB, and I can believe that he would jump straight to it if he wanted to. Next up, the representative of Poland, opening at 250, Grzegorz Koryutois.
Oh, clip the rack on the way out, but still looks pretty comfortable with that weight.
Yeah, he took his sweet time to stabilize that bar. Nice eccentric.
Yeah, and as you say, I mean, looks slow compared to the first flight of try, but I mean, still really solid as an opener and looks confident with it. So
Yeah, he seemed very comfortable, very confident. So speed not the only indicator here. Now Piotr Jakimiuk from Poland at 257.5, 39 years young, 16 years of competitive experience.
16.
Interesting stance, pretty narrow with the feet pointed outwards.
Yeah, this is a matter of hip structure. Some people like to bias a bit of hip external rotation to be able to go down easier. Yeah, if he is able to keep his chest a bit up, more up like this, why not?
And the final opener out of Azerbaijan, Roshvan Karilov, 260. And unlike the 63s, it's going to be tough for anyone to try and push for a squat medal in the 83s. We have multiple guys squatting in the 280s, even the 290s.
Definitely the A flight is super stacked. Oh,
Ooh, scary sights in
whoa,
the
whoa,
first
whoa.
round of squat, but that is not what we want to see. It is clearly written in the rulebook that you need to stay with the bar.
Exactly. I don't know if like he lost balance and went back, or did the bar just slipped out.
I mean, the hips kicked back and he really collapsed at that point.
Yeah, I think the spotter are so strong they took the bar, but it's always a nice thing and an important thing to be able to stay under it.
Yeah, props to those guys. They've been so predictable, no misloads so far. And of course, one of our jury members is going to go up to the guy from Azerbaijan because the spotters don't make it to be, but they are furious about that. That's disrespectful. So we're missing two lifters on the board entering the second round, one of which is Alexandre Arnaud. We are sitting on the platform. He's opted to retake 235.
Wise selection from him. Let's see how he's able to make it look.
I think he's reduced the width of his stance slightly, and it looks better.
Yeah.
The white lights.
It definitely looks like he synced it from board to the first one. Let's see that on the replay.
Yeah, but I think he's not as wide as his opener. It looks convincing enough.
Yeah, I mean it gives a bit of room from the arm and the leg, and the judges are able to just see better.
Do you think he's going to go up to his nominated squat of 250?
That seems like a big bet. For me, like 245 could be something. Maybe 247 if he wants to be a bit fancy, but I don't see more than that.
Now walking out is Michael Agelos Christoforos Cyprus 235.
Yeah, 245 it is. Okay, once again that little head flick at the bottom of the lift is definitely strange. Oh,
However,
death call.
double reds for lack of depth. That hip crease judged not to be below the top part of the knee, and I can understand based on that replay.
It's always hard to judge lifters that goes this fast for the judges, but yeah, sometimes it's just too high and you have to work on it.
Now a 10 kilo jump for Noah Reynolds, Belgium. That makes it 240 kilos. as close as it's gonna get from his personal best of 242.5.
And you can see the different types of lifters. Some are really like energetic going on the platform. Others are really conserved and calm. Oh.
The white lights, a good lift. So now it might be time for him to PR on the platform. Now Dobrin Goshov, Bulgaria, 240 kilos, jump of 10.
Nice and steady. Oh wow.
Might even looked better than his opener, to be honest.
Might have
For three
taken
white lights.
Emil's power from the side.
Emil's gonna need that because after coaching today, he told me he needs to double 290 on squats, which is no small feat. Now onto the Estonian Roland Desyatsky, 240 kilos, jump of 10.
Yeah, it's what you usually see with bar like this. 10 is a normal jump. Less than that will be not so much. And yeah, you could see 12, 15, but that's really big jump. Oh, wow. That pop at the top.
3 white lights.
And what will
I'm
be-
not so sure he's gonna be able to reproduce that kind of jump, but he's been slow from the start, so maybe that's just a squat and he's able to extract 10 more kilos.
I'm seeing a nice 5 to 7.5 jump on the last one. More than that will be pushing it, but he knows himself better than anyone, I guess.
We can see that you're a coach because no one thinks that a 5 is nice. You want always more and you're saying, let's load a nice 5. Now Luka Keskes from Croatia, 242.5. 3 white lights. So is he gonna go for a nice 5 or a 7.5?
That could be a nice 7.5.
Nice 7.5?
Maybe an even nice 10 if you wanted to.
Yeah, very nice 10.
But it's just a matter of how high you're opening. You can take big jumps. You just have to be conservative with the first one and know yourself, because if you miss an attempt with big jumps, then that's a lot of kilo lost. So
Luka Bencic, Croatia, 242.5. Jump 12.5 straight to his PB.
oh whoa.
I think you might have just jinxed him. That was your first commentator's curse. You described the situation and it just happened right in front of our eyes. Take too big of a jump and you miss.
It's true that it is a 20 kilo jump, and he seems to went really fast on the way down. Look, it doesn't look that hard actually,
I thought he was going to have that.
but it's a matter of balance and be able to keep that weight where it needs to be able to push on the ground. We'll see what he puts on the next one.
And Coco, I don't like what I'm seeing because this is an even bigger jump from 222.5 to 242.5 with a personal best of 236.5. Either being on home sole gives him superpowers or
Was-
this one's going to be hard.
He was the first one to open the group, and he's one of the last on the second attempt.
To be fair, his opener was lightning fast. How about 20 more kilos?
Oh wow. This is hard because, like, also you have to think about the fact that if you do bigger jumps than other people, you will have more rest, and vice versa. So it's important to calculate that. He spent like probably 20 minutes because it's a big flight waiting for the first to the second. That could be a factor of him missing too.
Yeah, having more rest is good, but having too much rest is not.
Definitely, you just don't stay warm enough, especially now that it isn't the hottest weather. And it's hard to keep that mental focus for such a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes staying focused or maybe even more hyped or amped up for 20 minutes gasses you out. Now Karel Rada, check it to 57.5, jump of 12.5.
Oh wow. And with the attitude.
Yep. 3 white lights. You know what I'm seeing next? A nice 5.
A nice 5 will be a really nice 5.
Oh, there's a really nice 5 too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not the same.
That's coaching 101 here. We're learning things here. I mean, you're coaching 4 of the athletes of this championship, so you must know something.
I guess. You know, when you do your last squat and you knew there was not a single 1 kg more than that, that's a nice 5. A nice.
That was a very
5.
nice 5. Denis Kotsar, Slovenia, 260 jump of 15.
Really slow on the way down and it moves. What do... Oh, seems like a death call.
And the coach is going to attempt at discussing it with the jury.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to make a case for that squat by what I'm looking at right now. I'm not seeing a case for that squat based
Yeah.
on that replay.
Seems like the judges are happy with the referee call and it will stay like that.
And someone they weren't happy with is Rovshan Khalilov from Azerbaijan, retaking 260. Stay with the bar and stand up with the bar. Yeah, that's not happening. What do you think's happening there? Is it just a case of opening too heavy?
Probably, to be honest. I mean, it's hard for people. I don't know the experience of the guy, but it's always a thing to, compete on the day, and you have to be able to know what's there. And I mean, you have 3 items for that. It doesn't need to be that heavy for you to be able to do well. Some people like to open heavy, but obviously there is a too heavy to that.
Gregor Skojutovic, same second attempt, 260. But this one's a PB of 2.5.
Kalman collected from his side.
Yeah, his opener was slow and steady. Great display of technique on the way down once again, and he's good for it on the way up.
And we talked about speed. Look, there isn't so much, but it moves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a competition in terms of speed, it's a competition in terms of weight, and so far he has the biggest squat of this group, but to be topped out by our next lifter, Piotr Jakimiuk from Poland, 267.5. Stand up with it. How about depth? How about the lights? They're all gonna be white. That's the biggest squat of the group so far.
Remember, this guy has been competing for 16 years. We've seen talents now that at 18 years old could be one of the best lifters in the world. This guy has been there when they were born almost.
Yeah, that's true. And the ticket has came in for Krajutovic, so it is guaranteed the biggest squat for Jakimiuk. 267.5 will be the biggest squat of the B group of the 83s. And not to throw shade, but for reference, some of our lifters out of the A group are so strong that they're gonna open at that weight, or maybe even more.
Exactly, and you talk about the opener range being almost 40 kg, and you can see it's way smaller now. We're having like 32.5 at most.
Well, we're still missing one of our lifters on the board, Khalilov from Azerbaijan, as Mikhail Agelos Christofo opens up the third round with 240 kilos. Missed 235 on depth. Wants 5 more. Stays up with it.
That looks better to me.
More weight, more depth. and 3 white lights.
Could be the solution.
When you miss 235 and you go for 214, you get it. That's a very nice 5.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, Luka Bencic from Croatia, retaking 242.5. Very different scenario here. He missed it on what looked like both a strength issue and a technicality. He almost tilted forward, the ball rode. I think he has a chance.
Definitely. If he's able to keep that bar where he needs to be on the descent, and he did it, honestly.
Yeah, that's
you could see the difference directly.
much better.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna regret that second squat. You can feel it in that belt flick. 2-1, a good lift. He had more in the tank.
Yeah, that's the nerves, as you said. Probably like biggest competition for him, or he's just a bit nervous about it and wanted to go fast and forgot what he had to think about.
And also what you mentioned, like the 13 minutes of rest, such a big jump. Could have been an addition of multiple factors.
And here is an important lift too.
Yeah, the crowd is amped up for that one. Neil Bazina retaking 242.5. Massive personal best of 6 after a jump of 20 kilos. Either he gets it and he's a rock star, or he stays on his opener. He might be a rock star.
Seems like it moves. Oh wow.
What a comeback. Insane comeback. 2-1, a good lift. Personal best of 6 on home soil.
Yeah, the referees are happy, the crowd is happy. What does the jury say?
I mean, that's the kind of lift that without the crowd, you do not get it.
Definitely. The boost you get from the atmosphere is needed here, and it seems like the lift is gonna stay.
Yeah, jury's happy with that, and thankfully. Noah Reinhardt, Belgium at 2:45, jump of 5 for a PB of 2.5.
Yeah, making sure that haircut is nicely made.
Gotta look cool for the pictures
PR.
and the videos for the PR, man. And for those watching the stream, we are partners here at Total Focus, taking pictures and everything.
Gets the start command. Oh, and it's a grinder.
He keeps grinding.
Oh, wow. And it was close.
Yeah, it
He
was
close.
very close. You wanted that personal best. Not gonna get it on the day. Maybe he had 244, but 245 was not there.
Just need a bit more crowd.
Yeah, if that squat was in Belgium, you would have got it.
Definitely.
Next up, Alexandre Arnaud, who hasn't had the best start to his competition, had to retake 235 and slightly adjust his stand to please the refs. You gotta meet the standards. He's added 10 kilos to his squat. We'll see how that looks.
Oh,
This time, a miss on strength. Maybe adjusting the stance to try and match your
Yeah.
best performance at that body weight was too difficult.
probably yes. I mean, it's a 10 kg jump, which is a huge one, but you're kind of forced if you want to stay where you want to be in this situation where you miss an attempt, you only have another one, so that decision is always harder, and yeah, sometimes you take a risk and it doesn't pay off.
Dobrin Goshov, Bulgaria, back to back with the 10s. That makes it 250. PB attempt of 5 after opening at 230 kilos. Incrementing 20 is good.
And we've seen a really nice lift from him, and Emil is still on his side.
Wow, that's very much a top end lift. 3 white lights, 3 for 3 in the squat event. I think they find the right number on the day.
Exactly.
Yeah, get some rest after that squat.
Yeah, at least 30 minutes. Just sit somewhere and wait.
Yeah. Luka Kiskis from Croatia. Same final attempt, but a smaller jump, 250 after the second attempt at 242.5. PB of 5 at stake here.
Yeah, as we said, the group is pretty big, so you don't need to take that big of a jump to be able to feel well. You have a lot of rest in between the attempt, so why not? In the end, they are at least already secured to 42 and trying to do that 250 now. Oh, unfortunately. And you can see here why sometimes having a big second attempt could be a nice thing. If you're really pushing it on the third one, at least you're securing something close to it.
Now walking up to his final attempt is Roland Dysyatsky from Estonia. Another one of those lifters going back to back with the 10s, looking to match his personal best of 250.
Yeah, nice and clean jump, 230, 240, 250.
Some well-rounded numbers.
And he's taking his time. Four moves, what did the referee say? One red, two white.
Yeah, 2 whites, that'll be a good lift, but subject to a jury intervention. They're gonna pay close attention to that replay. It looks borderline, maybe on the fence, but the thing is, the jury's only overturning lifts that are egregious and obvious fouls. Now Denis Kotar, Slovenia, retaking 260. A surprising miss. For lack of depth, strength was not an issue.
So took the same weight. From his side, it's a wise call. Let's see.
Looks deeper from afar. How about closer up? 2-1, a good lift this
and
time.
honestly, he didn't have that much more kg in the tank, so that's a really nice attempt, even though he missed the second one. And now that's an important one too.
Jury's not even looking at it anymore. They are agreeing with the call. Now into a pivotal attempt. Wolfshan Khalilov, Azerbaijan, is a third time the charm. Another shot at 260 to stay in the competition. It's either he gets it or he's out of the championship. Drops down at the bottom. That's going to be a no lift once again. And to be honest, it's either he had a tough cut, got sick, or they just opened way too heavy.
Yeah, it seems like he had trouble keeping his position, and you can see he tried to keep his head up and really get the chest up, but the moment he went down, he just collapsed, and there's no way he was able to push over that.
Yeah, thankfully our spotters have some strong biceps. That was...
I've seen them at the pool yesterday, and they were looking pretty jacked.
I bet. Karel Radacek, 262.5 for the second biggest squat of the flight. Jump of 5, PB of 2.
Okay.
Wow.
And that bar was willing to roll up, but he wasn't letting that happen, for sure.
Yeah, enforced his will into the bar, collected all 3 attempts in a PB of 262.5. The final 2 squats of the B group for the 83s, Gregor Skrojutovic and Piotr Jakimiuk, both Polish lifters, 265 and 272.5. And once again, great display of both strength and technique. However, this time not judged deep enough. Double reds from the sides.
Let's see the replay.
Oh, difficult call.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But maybe with the colors of the signet, it plays a role with the camera angles and stuff. But the coach is sent away. No lift, unfortunately. Final attempt before the 10-minute break in between squat and bench press. This one's for Piotr Yakimiuk, 272.5. Still getting ready, the clock is ticking, and he's coming up to the bar.
You have 1 minute to spend, so if you want to use it, then there's no problem with it. You just need to make sure that you get the start command fast, because otherwise
Yeah, if
you'll
you're
just
asked
time
to
out.
rewrite, there's going to be a problem.
Definitely. He still has 20 seconds to take his time and get the first order.
Squat command received. Yeah, that's just too heavy. So 267.5 will be the biggest squat of the 83B group, followed by Rada at 262.5 and 260 for Kocar. Poland, Czechia and Slovenia. Of course, the squat podium subject to change with the A group yet to compete. We'll see them at 4. And for the B group of 63s and 83s, we'll be back in about 9 minutes time. See you then. And just like that, the break between squat and bench is over. We're back live on the EPF YouTube channel for the 2026 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships, live from St. Julian's, Malta, presented by Maniac Fitness. This is still the 63Bs and 83Bs. We've seen a solid squat event from both, but a chance at a squat medal in the 63s, with the biggest squat being 177.5 out of Conchani from Georgia. Probably not the same outcome in the 83s, had such strong squatters in the A group, but we'll see what happens with bench press. Started off with the 63s, openers ranging from 70 to 107.5. Once again, a pretty wide range of openers. First lifter out, Clara Mendes, Croatia, 70 kilos.
That's actually a humongous range of openers.
Yeah, almost the same range as in the squat,
Yeah.
just 2.5 kgs shy of that, but that's a lot.
When you take that like in account with the percentages, that's really, really big.
Yeah. And 37 is a lot on a total, let alone on the bench.
That probably means that the range will be as big on deadlift, since the total aren't that far away actually. Okay, moves really well.
3 white lights, a good lift. Would you say that bench press is the movement in which you should open the most conservative?
Not necessarily, I would probably say even the opposite. So the only difference you have to make sure about is the bench itself, because that's the only thing that changes and you're in contact with it all the time. So if you're not used to the bench, yeah, you should be conservative. Otherwise, it's okay to open pretty heavy because the jumps are usually smaller and you just like recover better in between the attempts.
Okay. I would have thought that the commands were an argument for opening it somewhat lighter, but okay. Now Elina Kalinowska, Poland, 75. And that looks like easy work. 3 white lights.
Yeah, I think the comments are important in a way, but it's like the bench itself. It's just things you can get used to it. So if you're okay with that, I don't think it's such a big thing to worry about. It's just you have to be locked in your training to make sure this is not gonna be a problem.
And maybe having bigger flights, so a longer time to rest in between bench is more costly than in the squat.
Definitely, especially for women, which in general take shorter rest time, could be a thing. I have seen people doing like lift in between the actual attempt just to be
Yeah,
able
we've
to
seen that.
to stay warm.
Now Ula Omar, Slovenia, 75 kilos. Oh, clipping the rack on the way down.
Okay,
If she gets that attempt, she's a warrior.
is it even a matter for her? It doesn't seem like it.
I mean, the contact with the rack is deemed to be penalized only when it's judged helpful. This was not helpful by any means. However, I can completely understand the yellow because the glutes were up in the air on the way up.
See, it was distraction.
Apparently, the lift will stand.
Well,
I guess you blink at the right time and you miss it.
exactly. It's hard for the referee to see everything, and sometimes, as you said, the angle just change and you don't see the same thing.
And in the meantime, Yenike makes easy work of the opener. That's 3 white lights with 8 kilos.
And the spotters are so fast. It's
Yeah.
like 5 seconds to change the bar. That's what makes a great competition to me.
It's a question of reputation. We've told them that the Spanish loading crew was super fast, and the Germans are getting better. So the Czechs and Slovak have to stay on their game. Now 82.5 easy work once again. This one's for Dominika Yansova. The lifters are going to be in and out the platform with such easy weights and fast spotters.
Yeah, and especially with big groups like we have in the 83s, it's so much more comfortable for the lifter to be able to go fast like this and not have competition that lasts for too long.
100%. Now I got the Stolkova, 85 kilos.
And now what I like to really look at is the setup. There's so much different way to or for people to set up on the bench. And you know, some people like to put their glutes first and then the foot, or otherwise. It's just nice to see all the differences you can see in the bench.
Smooth opener, 3 white lights, and yeah, you're right. And so many joints are involved in the bench press, so many technical things you can perfect. It's a long craft mastering the bench press. 62, Denmark, 90 kilos, 3 more openers to go. As fast on the way down as on the way up.
Yeah.
3 white lights.
You can definitely, like, it will be hard to do any faster than that for anyone. And now we're moving up to 105 kg directly.
Yeah, 105 for Demonte Sowinski from Lithuania. I don't know if you realize that, but we haven't seen any sinks out of the lighter weight classes.
Yep.
They are gone with the new rules. Usually we see some at least in the 52s, 57s. They're not so common in the 63, 69. They haven't really had to adapt to depth.
Maybe
like
just
4 years ago now.
maybe people were just prepared for it and
Yeah.
didn't want to take any risk at missing a lift for that.
The second heavy lift opener. Nice arch, but still a long range of motion. 3 white lights for Demonte. She missed out on her final squat at 180, but still is looking to be in great shape to PR total today.
And even her deadlift, I mean, she's opening 180 kg, so I thought maybe she is like a squat specialist, but no, she seems to be a total specialist.
Now, final attempt of the first round. So Pico Tranciani, Georgia, 107.5.
Okay, nice and strong push out of the hole. Not a problem for her, even though it was 107.5 kg.
Everyone's on the board at the end of the first round for the 63s. We're going to see different types of jump. We're going to see some 2.5s, some 5s, maybe some 7.5 if someone's greedy. Opening the round is Clara Mendes, 75 kilos, jump of 5. Looks like a reasonable second. 3 white lights, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a 2.5 and not another 5. But
Yeah,
2.5 on that kind of bench is more than 5%.
The thing is, the jumps for the women especially are really hard, and yeah, the minimal jump sometimes can be just too much. So it's a matter of just picking your items well. Sometimes it's better to just take the jump for the last one and make sure you have the energy, because 2 big lifts could be too much. So yeah, people just choose their strategy, but it's a bit harder for women, definitely.
Yeah, the 2.5 kg jumps can create some strong plateaus. This is why I would advise for micro-loading in training for women's, especially in the lighter weight classes. Now Ula Omar, Slovenia, 77.5, jump of 2.5.
Okay.
See, 2.5 makes a world of a difference. It's
Oh,
asymmetrical,
wow.
but is it up to standards?
She went up with it. I mean, it's 3 red, but
Wow, that's difficult. She gets 1 red, 1 blue, 1 yellow. And keep in mind that she might have had the glutes up in the air last time around, so
look at this.
and failing that,
Wow.
she could have been on the verge of bombing out.
Yeah, I mean, she probably wouldn't have took the jump, but you never know.
Ewelina Kalinowska, jump of 5, that's 80 kilos for her second attempt.
Wow, she clipped the rack again, and she's going up with it. Look at this. Okay.
To the 1, a good lift, so yellow only coming for our chief ref.
Doesn't seem like a problem for her. Oh, wow, look.
Yeah, that's not the most comfortable descent we've ever seen. Just strong enough with all this. I mean,
like, okay. I mean,
might as well add some more weight. I don't
we
know.
will see a nice 5 from it because
Wait.
if she doesn't hit the rack, I mean.
And looking to add a 5 to her bench is Niki van den Kruis.
Okay, well, nice in control. I mean, like the squat, she's pretty calm with it, and it looks well.
Yeah, she has a different attitude than after squats. She seemed a bit doubtful during squats. Now she's looking a bit more fierce.
Yeah, but she seemed like halfway okay with it, and
Yes,
a bit angry still.
Almost a bit pissed, like, I want more.
I think we all feel that,
Yeah.
in a way, so.
Agata Stokova, Czechia, 87.5. But yeah, you're right. Athletes have to be in different sorts of mindset, and you have to find what suits you. Some needs to be smiling, some needs to be in their own world, some needs to be super amped up, super angry.
Exactly.
It depends on the lifter.
She, for example, was like smiling, going in the platform. I mean,
I know you hate that, but it's a personal preference thing.
exactly. Wow.
I think she might have collapsed a bit at the
Yeah.
bottom. Just too strong of a soft touch.
Same as on squat, she goes down really fast, which makes it hard to keep the position at the bottom.
It makes me think that she could be a previous sinker.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see at the bottom of the lift, she kind of like had a double up and down movements, probably because she isn't that used to it yet. I mean, it takes time to change a technique like this, but.
Dominika Jansova, Czechia, 87.5, jump of 5.
Okay.
That's not bad at all for a second 3 white lights.
Definitely not.
I'm pretty sure she's going to look to add another 5 to that. PB of 92.5.
That could be a nice 5.
Yeah, I could see that being within her wheelhouse today. A solid 5. 95 kilos for Cecilie Does, Denmark. Jumping 5 to our personal best.
Yeah, and we're closing on the 100 kg milestone. You can see how she takes her time to set her shoulders on the bench, and once it's done, she just needs to grab the bar and start the lift. Okay. Hey, maybe the historical 100 kg.
I don't know.
milestone
It's
will be
a big risk adding another 5% when this is already a matched PB. Is it worth the risk? I
It
mean,
is
you're
a
out of
risk.
you're out of the B group.
So
You know you're not competing for an overall medal.
that's
And
the
we have
thing.
some strong benchers in the A group. They're going to be benching 110, 121,
playing
105.
if you're not playing for a place, I mean, there's milestone you want to hit. Sometimes it's the day you have to do
Yeah,
it. I mean,
just send it.
she'll choose. Oh, she chose 97.5. But
I mean, I can understand.
reasonable. I mean,
Yeah, 100%.
no,
Demante Zorinskite, Lithuania, 107.5, jump of 2.5. PB attempt.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't that fast on the first one, so maybe she just wants to secure as much as she can. Oh, and it was the right call for sure.
3 white lights, but that looked like a top head lift.
This is actually really like you have to have the balls to open this high and just do 107.5 on the second one.
Yep. Or maybe they expected to be in a better shape in the bench press event, or are
Could
not
be.
accustomed to benching on a stiff pad. Could be
We,
all sorts of things.
yeah, we spoke about the material, which changes a lot, especially on this kind of benches where it's really optimized. Like if the pad is a bit harder or it changes a bit, 1 centimeter of range of motion could be a big of a difference for lifter.
Final second attempt, Sopiko from Chani, Georgia, 112.5, jump of 5. Three white lights, 8 good lifts. So 2 misses in the second round, 1 for Sokova and 1 for Umar.
And here you see that 110 attempt. You'll have to go find it for sure.
If Zulinska manages 110, I'll be super impressed. And final attempt for Clara Mendes Gracia, 77.5, jump of 2.5. PB attempt, we're going to see a lot of 2.5, a lot of PB attempts. Oh, this one's a grinder. Three white lights, good lift, personal best, nicely done, a well-rounded bench press event, all 3 attempts collected.
Oh wow, and the bar just kind of shifted towards the right side of her body at the bottom of the lift, and she still did it.
A retake from the second round for Ula Omar, Slovenia, 77.5.
Is she
I'm
about to
looking at...
come? I don't see anyone coming from the entry zone.
Yeah, they might have deemed it not worth the risk.
She just let the timer run for the other lifter to have the same rest period, and that's a nice thing from her.
So I'm gonna take this 30 seconds to thank one of our sponsors, ESN Elite Sports Nutrition. I know you're also sponsored by them, so
yeah, exactly.
that's a good integration to the live stream. They've been giving awards to all of our lifters, a bag of goodies, gifts, a shaker, bars, electrolytes. So huge shouts out to one of our sponsors, ESN Elite Sports Nutrition. Time is ticking down for Ula Omar. Now we know she's gonna X out that final attempt. Not gonna be coming out. It's not worth the risk.
Sometimes it's just the smartest move, you know? You don't need to waste energy that you don't have infinitely, and there's still a lift coming up, so yeah. I mean, hard to let that go, because you always think like, maybe you can get it, but sometimes it's a move.
But if it's gonna hurt like your collarbone, your shoulder and stuff, it's gonna be painful to deadlift afterwards too. You don't want that.
Exactly.
Ewelina Kalinowska, Poland, 82.5. PB attempt of 2.5. This one stays glued to the chest. No lift, but 80 was already a personal best.
Yeah, and you can see here, it's just a 2.5 kg jump. That makes such a difference on a lift like this. You can go from done to like not any movement at all.
Agata Strukova retaking 87.5 after missing it in the second round.
Oh, she smiled on the second one. She doesn't smile anymore.
Yeah, she's a different beast now.
Okay, well, Seems like not smiling helps lifting.
Noted. 3 white lights. Great recovery from her. 5 more attempts until we move on to the 83s. Ineke van den Kruis. So far, so good for her. She's jumping another 5 to 90 kilos. PB attempt of 2.5.
Yeah. So 2 5 kg jumps. That's huge. Okay. Looks like it's really well done to me. And the referees are okay with that.
And finally, we see a happy Ineke version of her. She's walking out all smiles.
All it takes is 6 successful attempts. I mean,
Couldn't be me. Dominika Jonsova, Czechia, also shooting for 90 kilos.
oh, really slow out of the chest, but once it started to move, done.
Next up, Cecily Dus from Denmark. We're not going to be in the 100s. 97.5 is their final attempt. So jump of 2.5 for that same amount of a personal best on the platform.
Yeah, I mean, it's already a PR for her, so maybe she just wants to secure that and make sure to get all of the kgs she can for the last event in the total. Look, my take is still there. She probably could have put 100 kg there.
They're just doing that. It was not worth the risk.
I mean, she is close to the other lifter from Czech. So, I mean, maybe it's just a better call to secure that kgs and keep the lead from.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to secure a top 10 finish or something. They have a goal in mind.
Could be.
Maybe this competition is a pace setter for another competition later on in the year.
Yeah, and keep in mind some nations also have minimal total you have to hit to go to Worlds or other events, and sometimes it's also part of the equation.
Demonte Sawinski, Lithuania, 1:10. This one's going to be tough.
Oh.
I thought she had a chance for a second. She tried to sell to us. Unfortunately, no lift, but still a PP at 107.5. And for a 115 kg bench, Sopiko Tranciani from Georgia walking up to the bar. She already has the biggest bench of the B group. Yeah, setup's gonna be important. Jump of 2.5. 115 could be a bench medal.
Wow.
3 white lights, a good lift. She has a strong shot at a squat medal, and now she has a strong shot at a bench medal. Could we have a dark horse in the race for a podium out of the B group?
Now look at this, she's a powerhouse. I mean, right off the chest, pops 115 kg.
If we look at nominations, the top 5, even top 6 is above the 460s. She's forecasted with 452.5 based on deadlift openers. She's going to rely on someone to miss if she wants to step on the podium, but someone's going to miss in the battle for the title and the podium in the 63s. So maybe a dark horse. Top 5 seems doable. podium, somewhat of a stretch.
Yeah, I mean, and there's also literally that cool place somewhere, so we'll have to see. Always hard to make a place for something that you don't know yet, but if they pushes out of the cages they can, they'll have the best chance at it.
Now back in the 83s we go. Bench openers ranging from 125 to 180. That's that's insane.
Yeah, that's I think.
First one out, Alexander 125. Waiting on the left hand side ref. 2 to 1, a good lift. One yellow.
Looked like he was called.
What's surprising is that he had a nominated bench of 160, so surely something happened there.
He probably, yeah. And that's probably why the range also is so big. Oh no, because there's someone else opening at 125, so yeah, definitely the range is huge.
Yeah, just a 55 kg range on bench.
Why not?
Why not? Michael Agelos Christoforos, Cyprus. Elbows flaried out as he opens them. 3 white lights.
Yeah, you can see he has a lot of random drop motion, so sometimes you like to keep the elbows a bit flared out and use a lot of drive at the bottom, and it seems like it works for him.
Roland Dishatsky, who went 3 for 3 in the squat event, squatted 250.
And now opening with 130 kg. It's funny to see because most of the time lifters that are slow in control and squat are also the same on bench, and you can see it here. It's like they have the same way of lifting for all the lifts.
Noah Reynolds 132.5. Just missed out on his final squat, walked away with 240 kilos.
And we're seeing a lot of like long arm, long range of motion benches, so I'm hopeful for big deadlift coming right after.
And by the looks of it, we're gonna have a wide range of deadlift openers too. From the 250s to the 290s. Luka Bencic 137.5. PB bench of 145. I don't see that being one jump away, but possibly two.
Yeah, that's close. As we said, you know, these lifters are most of the time competing for not so much time, so could be a huge progress in between the nomination and the time of the competition. That's all we're wishing him. Oh well.
Well, what do we know? This could possibly be one jump away now. 3 white lights.
I don't think it's a nice 5, but certainly a nice 7.5.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, athletes with long range of motion rarely make those big jumps, right?
Yeah, I mean it's more predictable. You don't lose speed so as fast as if you had less range of motion. So I'm saying 7.5. We'll see what he thinks of it.
Kyle Radacek 137.5.
Okay.
Looking speedy.
Yeah, once again the attitude, but it moves. Huh?
He seemed to be signaling something to one of the ref, but I couldn't quite figure out what that was.
The bar wasn't given yet.
Oh yeah, Albezina Malta opening at 152.5.
Once again, his crowd is here. You have to perform today.
But the crowd cannot be as loud because there are 3 commands to follow during the bench press, start, press and rack.
And you don't want to miss them.
Now the chief referee dictates the rhythm, the path of the movement.
Okay. He seems to be on a mission today.
Oh yeah. And I think that final squat was a momentum boost. Real switch of the mood, missed his second, collected the third with the crowd on his side. Now he's regained momentum, is looking strong. It's
No,
green
all he has
lights.
to do is roll until the end of the competition.
Yep. Now Dobrin Goshov, Bulgaria, 155, opening very close to his PB of 157.5.
Yeah, we've seen a huge squat. No, we're accepting the same on bench.
Squat at 250, and 250.5 was not there. That was the number, 250.
Really takes his time. Has 12 seconds left to get the order. Okay. A bit more of a worth from the other opener we've seen, but still moves really well.
I mean, when you're just 2.5 below your personal best, it's not going to be super easy. But maybe he's the kind of athlete that takes 5 and 2.5 just to be predictable.
Could be.
We're halfway done with the openers. 5 more to go. Denis Kota, Slovenia, 157.5.
And as you said here, the smaller gyms could be really your strategy because of the big flight. You have to be able to stay warm, and bigger gym could just be too much to handle in this situation. Oh. Seems like he had some trouble with his right elbow. Got a blue.
So here blues could be for soft lockout of the elbows, both at the start or at lockout, or downwards movements.
Definitely seems like downwards movement here.
Was it a pause or was it a real dip?
I'm not sure. Maybe he touched the rack on the way up, or maybe just his bar puff wasn't the best. Still, it moved well, so I think he can go up pretty surely.
Luka Kiskis, Croatia, 165. Also one of those lifters opening just below his personal best.
Oh. Yeah, you could see the loss of position at the bottom. Oh, he doesn't seem happy with it.
Yeah, do you smell trouble here, or is it something you can correct easily?
You can see on the replay pretty easily. At the bottom, the bar just shifts towards the hips.
I think he might have tried to overdo it with the leg drive on the way down. Just lost tension, his glutes went up. I think there's a slight chance he gets it, but
yeah,
he's not in a good position for sure.
He seemed kind of worried with something after it, so obviously he missed his opener, so could be, but maybe an injury or something wrong from him.
Yeah, hopefully not. Now back-to-back Polish lifters on the platform, Piotr and Gregors, both opening at 165.
Okay.
Pretty speedy, 3 white lights.
Yep.
And like we said, same opening as M4, Gregors Kojutovic.
Okay.
3 white lights. They look just about the same for the 2 Polish athletes.
Yeah.
And what do you make of the use of heels on bench press?
So for smaller lifter, I think it's nice because you can just get more drive out of the floor because sometimes it just forces you in a position you don't want. Some people like it even though they are taller, just to be able to get their hips a bit more under, like over their shoulders. I think it's a matter of feeling. By the time your shoes grip the mat enough so that you can leg drive well, everything will work.
But we've seen those kind of shoes being less grippy than the slippers or other
Usually,
shoes
yes.
lifters are used to. So I think there's a risk reward to it.
Definitely, if it helps you with position, but you can leg drive less, could be a good bet. I mean, it depends on anyone and at to which extent it's a problem for you to leg drive. I mean, some people like to also restrain their leg drive to not be able to have their glutes go up or just mess up with their technique. So could be a strategy too.
So as you've seen, the clock is ticking down for Rovshan Khalilov from Azerbaijan. But we have insider's information. He's packed his bags. He's leaving the competition after failing to score a squat. So we're not going to be seeing more out of him today. Of course, it's going to be all 3 in low lifts. But the clock is ticking. He could have X'd out his attempts. I mean, he reduced the time of rest. But I don't think it was in the right headspace to think about that after
Definitely.
failing all 3 squats. So only 1 real miss in the first round of bench. This guy's from Croatia. It's a bit worrying, I must admit.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, obviously led to some bar, so he has a chance to do it again twice. So
Beginning of the second round with Roland Desyatsky, 135, jump of 5 kgs.
oh, wow, bit of an effort, and it seems like also some kind of bar puff problem. What is it? Okay, it doesn't look injured. At least that's a good thing, but he's not happy with it.
I mean, there's no
Oh,
clear signs of any real issues. Maybe a bit too aggressive with the leg drive.
you
That's
could
the
see
only thing I can see.
you could see the wrists rolling and the elbows flaring, but I mean that's just kind of how it works when it gets hard.
Michaelos Aguilos Cristoforo, jump of 10 kgs. That's not usual on a 125 bench, but he has a PB of 140, so
Yeah, freshman moved really well, and as we say, big range of motion, so you were able to do bigger jump than usually. Oh, some work definitely, but it's a good lift. What's next? I don't think it's a nice 5, but it could be a 2.5.
Noah Reynards from Belgium, 137.5, jump of 5.
Getting close to the 140, which is also some kind of milestone for most lifter. So could be the plan for today. Some work for sure.
That's the one sticky lockout for a second.
The 140 is probably what's gonna be on the third one. But the question is, will it be there?
Yep.
And we're moving from 15 kg jump.
A 15 kg
Yeah,
jump for
exactly.
Alexandre Arnaud.
And that's some confidence for sure.
Do you think it's a case of mistimed warm-ups, so he reduced his opener? What
I don't
could be
think
the
so. I
reason?
mean, it's hard to miss time because there's a flight before him. So I mean, you pretty much know when it is. Probably he doesn't feel that. Oh, oh wow. Maybe he has some kind of injury and he was like, okay, I have just one shot. I'm gonna try and see.
Do you think he's gonna even come out for the third?
I don't think so. Based on his reaction after the lift, seems like he was holding his chest. So
So he's gonna be 2 for 6 at the end of bench press. That's not the best position to be in.
especially with big jumps like this, I mean, you're missing a lot of kgs, but he probably has his reason.
Karel Rada check here, 142.5. Another sticky second, but
And I love the whole vibe of him. Goes in, lift, yellow bits, goes out.
yeah, he's passionate. Next up, Luka Bencic, Croatia, 145, jump of 7.5. You said it was going to be the jump. It is indeed.
Yeah, and we have already 2 lifters above the 700 marks at the total. Okay. Well, no, there could be a nice 5 to round off that 150.
Yeah, he made me a believer, I must say. Dobry Goshov jumping from 155 to 160, as expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
He opened just slightly below his PB, now he's jumping slightly above it.
Yeah. Nicely done.
So new personal best on the platform with Dobrin. How much do you reckon he has left in the tank?
2.5 will be the secure call. 5 will be stretching it, but who knows? If I had to put that tickets, I would have put 2.5 more.
160, jump of 7.5 for Neil Pacina. That second attempt really is to gauge where he is on the day to see if he's good for a personal best or not.
Okay, well done.
He's
Seems
gonna have
like
a
he
tough
lost
choice to
position
make.
a bit at
Yeah,
the bottom, but he recovered it.
Really
well
what
and well.
he's gonna have a tough choice to make because 5 could be there, even though it seems risky. Couldn't quite maintain 100% of his positioning.
And also there's the question of, is it, like, does he have a shot at the middle? No, probably not.
Probably not, judging by the bench press of
Oh,
the A group.
165.
We have 195 twice, 185, another 190, 187.5
Yeah.
for top 10. I think reaching a top 8 bench is possible. Other than that, those guys in their group are true beasts. Then he scored Slovenia, 165, jump of 7.5. Oh, he stays stuck in the rack on the right side. That's going to be a no lift. But he's at that same exact thing in the squad event. Easy first. Surprise miss in the second round. And he managed the third in the squad event.
It's hard because you know you can do more because like pushed on it for 5 seconds, but the question is, will you take the risk?
No, I don't think so. He's probably going to retake that, set up further out, and collect the attempt. That's the only way to go. Now, Luka Kiskis.
Yeah.
A
Let's
guy
see.
we might be slightly worried about. Retaking
Man,
165.
he's coming back, so probably not an injury. And he seems like it's dribble. I mean, he was not too pessimistic about it. So let's see. Oh. Good job by the spoilers again.
I think there's a solid issue with his leg right there. It seems a bit inconsistent. Even from here, we can see the glutes bouncing around on the way down, on the way up, a bit down up, and he loses his
Right
bar
hand's
path.
elbow is a bit up from the others. It seems like something is wrong.
So we're not worried in terms of injury, but we're worried that he might be out of the competition. Now, once again, the two Polish athletes sharing the same bench game plan. 2 attempts at 170. Piotr's first, Gregor's second.
And the two of them are gonna fight for the biggest bench of the group B for sure. Okay.
Yeah, that's a solid second attempt. 3 white lights. That's a lot of chalk on his back. Do you think there's a sweet spot? Can you go with too much chalk and then it gets worse?
Probably, yeah. I mean, you have to think about it like chalk, cool slide on chalk. So the goal is to get most of the humidity out of anywhere it could be, but too much could be a thing for sure.
There's a sweet spot to find. Hopefully Gregor has found it. He's taking 174 ride in the second round. I think it's gonna be good, but I would argue that it is slower than Piotr's one.
Yeah, this is gonna be 7.2.5, I think, while Piotr just went for 175.
So it's gonna be a question of who hits and who misses. If the two are gonna be eating their attempt, it's Yakimiuk who's gonna be walking away with the biggest bench press of this group. So we've X'd out Kalilov, all of his following attempts, because we know that he's not in the venue anymore, so we won't be waiting a whole minute for him. But worrying sides here, Kiss still yet to have an attempt on the board. And the third round starts with Roland Disiatsky, 135. It's a retake from the second round. This one looks much better.
Definitely.
But
Well,
2-1, a yellow from the left hand side. That could be for glutes lifting off the bench.
could be. We'll see on the replay right now.
Do you think he's at risk of a jury intervention? I think there's a bit of portion that's still touching.
Yeah, it seems like it's still touching, and the jury hasn't been that aggressive yet, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem for him. And the jury seems really okay with it.
No, Reinhardt's Belgium, 140 kilos. That typical jump you see from a difficult second to the third.
Yeah, it's
to
like
2.5.
Let's see. Getting ready for it. I mean, it's 140. That's a milestone for sure. Oh, wow. Fast off the chest, but then nothing more.
Now bar is loaded at 140 kilos for Alexandre Arnaud.
I was coming to cheers the spotter, I think. Yeah, definitely. We're seeing the.
Is he?
Oh, is
Is he
not the
done
lifting?
for the day?
Or I think he has deadlift socks on and a belt, so it seems like he will do deadlifts.
Have you seen what I've seen?
Yeah.
He missed one of the refs. He shook the hands of the two first refs, and then he missed the third. He shook the hand of the spotter and went away. Does he have personal beef with that ref? What's happening?
He pointed at his shoulder, so
Yeah, so he opened at 125. That was not typical for him.
Yeah,
Usually he's a bigger bencher than this.
I mean,
Missed at
if it's
140.
max,
He's
it's
not risking it for the third.
Yeah.
The move of shaking the hands of the ref,
Yeah,
maybe it's just a signal that he's not
yeah, it's
coming
like
out or
just to be
anything. but
nice, I think. But it's just weird because
It's-
we think like
Yeah, usually
it's gonna
you
be
do that when
deadlift.
you're done with it.
But he had deadlift socks in the bell zone, so I mean it's a nice indicator. He will do deadlift.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully.
But we have had a lot of surprises today, so probably
Yeah.
one more.
But I'm gonna go check the hand of the left side ref at the end of the fight. Like, come on.
Just for his
Can't leave the
feeling.
guy hanging like that. 140 kilos for Michael Agelus Christophorou, going to try and match his personal best with that jump of 5.
Oh, that's a fight.
I think especially his left elbow went backwards.
Yeah, you
And
could
when
see
your
it.
elbow goes back behind the bar, you're unable to push through.
You can only push towards your hips, which is not where you want the bar to go. So yeah, definitely, you could say that already on the 147.5 that he did, but the only increment he could try was 140, so might as well try.
Rada Czechia 145,
And
jump
he's-
2.5.
And he's amped up. I mean,
Yeah, he's bringing the vibes to the platform.
definitely.
He has an attitude to him.
Oh,
He's a screamer, he's a grinder,
yeah.
but he's a hitter. I mean,
I mean,
he's
yeah.
collecting attempts. Now Luka Bencic, Croatia 150. Jump of 5 for that same amount of a personal best.
Okay, well done from him. And it's 3 white lights. And he seems really happy with it. I mean, we said it was gonna be a 7.5, then a 5 kg jump. He did it. Well done.
6 more bench presses to go before the 10-minute break and some deadlift action. We have Darwin Goshov walking up to 162.5. 160 was already a personal best. And 162.5 was the only way to go.
Exactly. I mean, you're securing as much as you can, building the total. It's only a 2.5 kg jump, but it's an important one. I mean, securing a PR, even if it's a little one, is always something you want to hit. Hey, it moves pretty much better than the second one.
Back-to-back PRs in the bench press. He's 6 for 6 so far.
Exactly what.
Squatted a strong PR, a new bench PR.
That's what I
All
was gonna
gas, no
say.
brakes, and 3 more attempts to build a solid total.
Nice and controlled attempt, and it's just building the total. Okay,
Next up, Denis Kochar, Slovenia 165.
and remember, he pushed on the rack on the second one, which disabled him from finishing the lift. So it's a matter of positioning well on the bench, not too close to the rack, being able to push back while still feeling strong.
Yeah, I think he might have set up slightly further out, which is good.
Oh wow!
I
same
clipped the
thing
rack
again.
again. That's tough because we knew it was strong enough for it.
Yeah, I think he touched it, but in a different way. So he was not under, but I think the bar touched the rack, which yeah, you can see the bar, the plate, sorry, on the right side touched the rack, which shifted the bar towards the right. Okay, no, really important attempt.
Yeah, very important one indeed. Luka Keskes, Croatia, receiving a whole lot of support from the crowd. 165 is a third time the charm. It's either he bombs out or he stays in the competition. Watch out, those glutes
Come on,
shaking
Luca.
again.
Oh, wow. What the? What is going on? We say today was full of surprises.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wait a second, because I see a yellow coming in. Jury's going to be looking at that. We saw some good movements. I think I'm seeing some sort of lifting. Jury member seems to think it is clear to see at least two of them. They haven't clicked the button yet. And jury's overruled. The Croatian bombs out on bench press.
And the coaching seems unhappy with it. You don't, like, cannot do anything about it anymore. Yeah, just.
Yeah. Right. The crowd does not care about that overrule because a Maltese lifter is on the platform. Neil Bazina, 165. A jump of 5 for a PB of 2.5. For the provisional third biggest bench press of the 83s with the A group yet to compete. The room's gonna go from silent to loud for Neil Bazina.
Wow. And what does the referee say? Well, once again he had the crowd. He's just rolling on from now.
But since we left the left-hand side ref hanging, he's been clicking that yellow button. You don't want to piss that guy off, but I think in that case,
It looks good to
the
me.
glute stayed in contact. You can see the light below the hamstrings, but as long as you have a part of your glutes touching the bench, you should be fine.
Just please next time shake the hand of all the referees.
Yes, please.
Don't make them mad.
2 more attempts to go. 172.5 for Gregor Skojutovic. Yeah, that was the right number. 175 was not there, but he's able to lock out 172.5.
Well done.
3 white lights. And so he retakes the lead over Yakimuk.
So this one is important.
Yeah, Yakimuk will get the final say.
If he wants to ends up the Group B in the best way possible, which is
a personal best of 5 after
And
16 years of competition.
definitely, wow, that's amazing.
Adding 5 to your total after 16 years is a lot, but adding
No
5 to your bench, that's a big ask.
But he seems to be ready for it, and we're gonna have the answer in the next 40 seconds. Oh wow! And I think we can say he took back the lead on this one.
He 100% did. 3 white light, and that closes out the bench press session for both the 63s and 83Bs. Interesting session. Once again, we have a strong shot at a bench medal out of the 63Bs. We'll be back in about 9 minutes time for your favorite show, deadlifts. The wait is over, your favorite show is on. It is time for deadlifts here in St. Julian's, Malta for the 2026 European Open Classic Powerlifting Championships presented by Maniac Fitness. The 63Bs and B83Bs. Once again, a strong shot at a medal that we've seen in the bench press event out of the 63s. PB bench of 115 for Conciani. Does she have the deadlift to back up those strong performances in the squat and the bench press to create a big total to make a push for top 5, even a podium? It begs the question. We have a huge range of openers again, Corentin. 147.5 for the first, 190 for the final opener.
Yeah, once again, big jumps, but that's accepted. I mean, if it's the case for 2 movements, there's no reason it wouldn't be for the third one, otherwise people wouldn't have the same total. So, yeah, we accepted that, and now we need to see how it's going to be executed and what will be the difference at the end, because, I mean, opener is a thing, people like to take bigger or smaller jumps, but what matters is the last bar you hit, the one that stays on the score sheet.
Mendes, Croatia, 147.5. It's going to be 3 white lights, a solidified opener. And talking about openers, only one has been changed, and of course it is Sopiko's. She's bumped it up. She's now forecasted with 472.5, which, if we compare it to the nominated total, would place her third, only slightly below Sabrina Downs and a bit below Betty Abor, the clear favorite of the day. So we might, as we've said and alluded to before, have a clear contender for podium out of the B group.
That's what I said. I saw the squat and was like, oh, she's a squat specialist, and then the bench, and then the lift also.
She's
so
just a
she's
specialist.
Exactly.
Agata Stokova, Czechia, 165. Three white lights.
Oh, she doesn't seem that happy with it. But also, maybe she just had big ambition about it, and doesn't mean it's gonna be bad for the next.
Yeah, maybe they were planning a 15-kilo jump and they're gonna reduce it to 10 because because of how difficult it was, but it was still a very reasonable opener. Now Ula Umar, Slovenia, 167.5, squat at 147.5, bench 75.
Yeah, and we talk about it. She's really tall, so when we saw her in squat, it was like, oh, probably she's a really good deadlifter. And oh well. It
That
seems
bar
like
did not stand a chance. 2-1. A good lift, but a red for lack of lockout, according to our right side ref.
you can see the end of the lift not being perfectly handled.
I'm not sure what could not be locked out here, because you need to have the knees locked out, the hips locked out, and now the new rule is that you need to have the shoulders behind the imaginary projection of the bar. So behind the bar, basically.
Yeah.
Cecilie does. Denmark, 170.
Takes your time. Okay.
Once again, a 2-1. Does that look not locked out to you?
Seems fine to me, but you can see she went with a lot of speed at the lockout and she stopped. And
I think the knees are on the fence of unlocking, but
yeah,
it's also a game of angles with the quads and stuff. It could look a bit different from the chair of our side ref. 170, Dominika Jansova.
the bar kind of went a bit forward at the beginning.
3 white lights still. No, the bar never went down. And it's only up from there.
Definitely. You'll see. Look, yeah, the bar is a bit forward, but doesn't seem like a problem for her.
Next up, Ineki van den Kruis, 175, squatted 155, and bench 90, which was a personal best.
And she was calm, collected for squat and bench. She seems like she's a bit more amped up for deadlift. Okay.
Is that a wobble at the top?
A bit of work even at the beginning of the lift. But maybe she just needed to get that opener in and, the nerves to calm down. As we said, she had a different attitude on the deadlift, so could be a lot of things impacting the way she lifts.
Demonte Sorinskite, 180 kilos. She's having a strong outing, even though she missed a few lifts. 172.5 squat, 107.5 bench. She's
Yeah.
4 for 6. She's opening at 180. It's a massive total that's in the making
wow.
there.
Yeah, and she's only 25. I think she's one of the youngest of the group. Yeah, there's one person being younger. And yet she's in the top 2 for now of the group B.
She could be in the top 5 because as of right now she stands strong at 460. If she can add some more kilos to her deadlifts and reach the 470s, that's top 3 on nominations.
Yeah, we've seen
So-
two lifters nominated in the group B and able to push the
Yeah.
group A in the group A. I mean, in the upper part of the group A even.
So in Shiny putting on a show in the B group. Shiny opening at
Oh,
182. Okay, these two women's, we have to pay close attention to them.
Definitely.
They're sending strong signals.
Oh, it's a
Not
message.
maybe not to Betty Obora because she's the clear favorite. She's in the 500s. But Sabrina Downs, Yone Maguregi, and Jodie Stevens,
Yeah,
you women's are not safe.
exactly. They let you know they're here, and if you miss an attempt, you might miss more.
Yeah, that's putting on the pressure. Ewelina Kalinowska Poland, final opener 190. I don't think that's a deadlift that's going to be able to compete for a medal yet, but that's an opener.
Oh,
Is this the best B group ever? Like, what's happening? These women's are on. Everyone's on the board. Some strong deadlifts in the making. We're going to be in the 90s, 92s, maybe 200 in the second round from multiple athletes.
they were already pushing on the 482.5 and 472.5, which will put them in second and third place of the A group
Yeah, and
with only 2 deadlifts.
just to put that into perspective, once again, nominated first is Betty Obora with 518.5, but nominated second is Sabrina Downs with 486. That's right there for Conchani. It could be there for Soin Sky.
Definitely.
Our eyes are glued to the platform. We want to see what's going to happen with those two ladies. But first off, Clara Mendes opens the second round of deadlifts with 155, jump of 7.5, PB of 2.5.
Well done. I mean, hard, but it goes up. And she seems like she's a grinder, so it could be 2.5, maybe 5 kg more.
Yeah, 5 more with some more baby powder talc on the thighs. Your typical grindy lockout in terms of conventional.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that often on sumo, but with those kind of leverage, I mean, she has to pull really up on the thighs, so a lot of friction, and you have to work to get that lockout.
Next up, Agata Stokova, 172.5, jump of 7.5. Three white lights. That's a good lift. In the 3 red lanes we go with Ula Omar, 175.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of conventional puller today.
I've talked about that with Emilia, but we're clearly seeing a resurgence of conventional pullers, especially on the women's side.
Yeah.
You go back 2 to 3 years, everyone was pulling sumo, but they've realized that sumo isn't cheating and you should be adapting your deadlift to your leverages and your strong points.
I think we're seeing a lot of lifters that are also taller than what we're used to seeing, which definitely kind of biased towards conventional, and that's probably one of the reason why there's so much more conventional.
Dominika Jonsova, Czechia 180. Three white lights, a good lift once again, but we're starting to see struggle to wedge, struggle to grip the bar properly. The figure's starting to open up on the right hand. They're going to be cautious with the weight they're going to be selecting for their final attempt. Jump of 12.5 with Cecilie Doos from 170 to 182.5. A pace setter for a juicy third.
Yeah, and she takes her time to put the bell on, to position herself. One thing that we see a lot is lifter kind of playing with their arms to let them hang while still being able to grab the bar the best way possible. And yeah, nicely done.
Now bar is loaded at 185 for a Nikki Vandenkrais. Jump of 10.
Oh wow, that's an effort. I mean, her hips rise really early in the lift. She continued to pull on it, and well done. It's true that her openers was already some work. She chose to put 10 kg on that. I mean, she was confident about it, and it seemed like it was the great choice.
$190 for one of our contenders, the surprise of the B group, Sopiko Shonchani, Georgia.
Wow. Well.
Oh, I smell trouble, Sabrina Downs, Kone Makuregi, Jody
And
Stevens.
that's for 482.5.
Georgia's coming.
I mean, with just 2 deadlift attempts, she will be nominated third on the A group. And there is room to it. What will she put on the third? And here we're seeing something similar.
Demonte Zawinski, 192. It's a jump of 12.5 kg PB. Let her roll in a deadlift.
Look at this. Oh wow.
Ooh, that's probably
She
not
went
gonna
down?
pass. Yeah,
So
she might regret that attempt selection, because jumping 12.5 above your personal best when you could be playing for a podium spot
yeah.
and a deadlift medal, eesh. But I think there's a strong chance that she gets that in the third round, but that severely hinders our chances at a podium.
Yeah. And Sopiko said 195, which is 487.5, and it's not a nurse. It's higher than Sabrina, which is nominated second in the A group.
Yep. Some things are building up here, and now Evelina is jumping to 202.5.
Oh wow!
I think
Fast off the floor.
I think in her case she sent it because she was playing for a deadlift medal, possibly.
Yeah.
She looked at the nominations. Third biggest nominated deadlift is 200. So she imagined that 202.5 could have been a deadlift medal.
Kobe.
She jumped straight to it. Unfortunately, she missed.
She still has a chance at hitting it. We don't see often a deadlift is missed on strength being hit on third, but you never know.
You never know indeed. So far, the biggest deadlift and the biggest total belong to the same athlete, Conchiani from Georgia, 482.5. That's a chunky total out of the B group, especially with one more deadlift to go. We're entering the third round, Coco.
Yep, definitely.
Clara Mendes, Croatia, 160, jumper 5, PB attempt.
And as we said, second one was some effort. She put 5 kg on that. Now she'll have to pull for it. Slow off the ground, but she's going up. Oh wow. Just shy of the lookout.
Solid fight, just wasn't there, but it was super close. In the end, you're gonna miss some of them.
If you never miss, probably means there's too much margin for you to push.
Yeah. You're probably just cruising. And someone who's not cruising, Agata Sokova, looking to match her personal best of 180. And to do that, a jump of 7.5 is needed.
Coming? Oh yeah, she's coming from the bottom of the place. Running the hole. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's some energy.
She's been screaming all throughout the corridor. It's the final deadlift. Now it's time to empty the tank. But lifters tend to find that out of the gear. All gas, no brakes. 180 for Agata.
And moves. Will she log it out? Oh yeah. The grip is. Oh wow. I think. Oh, she got one white. The order wasn't even given, I think.
We love the energy still.
The coaches are gonna go, for sure.
I'm not sure this is something to look you for here. When the command is not given.
I mean, you have a shot, you tried, it's normal. No, it doesn't work.
182.5 for Dominika Jonsova. We mentioned that wedging was starting to get difficult and the right hand seemed to want to give up on the bar, so only 2.5 more than her personal best makes sense.
Oh yeah. She's gripping so low on that right hand.
Yep, that's a fingertip grip to secure 182.5. And what a way not to be greedy in securing another attempt.
Well done.
Ula Omar, Slovenia, 182.5, jump of 7.5.
Yeah, we've seen some struggle on bench, but it seems like she's coming back strong on deadlift.
Yep, so that those struggles on bench have prevented her from going to a personal best total.
Well, and it looks like there's still a room to go.
She finishes strong. 5 more deadlifts to go, 3 of which are super important in the long run in the 63 kg class. 1 for deadlift medal, 2 of them for final placings. Next up, Cecily does Denmark 190. PB attempt of 2.5 with that jump of 7.5. I think that was going to be ruled supporting on the thighs anyways, but with a leap of faith, she attempted a personal best, just wasn't there on the day. It's bound to happen. It's been a long competition, and sometimes you run out of steam for your final attempt. Now a very important for the Lithuanian Demantis Suinskait retake of the second round, 192 for 472.5. And surely something that could land her a top 5 finish in the class.
And this is important because you don't want too much hype. You want to know what you're doing. You want to make sure there's no technical error to it. But also, it's still a bar that really matter and is hard for her. So you want that perfect mix in between energy and consistency. And it seems like she just found it.
Yeah, I think she found the sweet spot. She's looking strong. 3 white lights. 472.5 out of the B group. 472.5 based on nomination would be third, right behind Sabrina Downs,
Again,
slightly above Ione.
That's a message. And
Uh-oh.
two of the B girls are gonna end up top 3 of the A group. I think I've never seen that.
Well, I've never seen that. We've had that feeling after bench that this could be the biggest B group ever. It's starting to be. Iniki van der Kreis, 192.5 PB attempt of 2.
Oh. And she's pulling it.
How in the world?
Oh. I think it's grip. I'm not even sure. It's like real strength that limited her. I think when you look at the replay, you can see.
She might have the strongest sumo stiff leg ever.
Indeed. I mean, we have some strong contender in France too. So
That's true. Now, Supiko Shonshani from Georgia, the real sensation of the flight. 195 to push her limits even further for 487.5. That's going to push Sabrina Downs to perform to the best of her abilities. Hit something she's been struggling to hit lately.
And all of that without even playing against them. They don't. She just does it. She doesn't know what she has to do. She just goes with the flow.
Shooting in the dark and looking to have some more room as Supiko hits.
Her lift, and here we go. I mean,
what a strong day.
That's
177.5, 115, 195. That totals up to 487.5.
And she just said, "Hello, look, I'm here."
Yeah, Georgia's on the map in the 63s. Watch out for her. And one final deadlift before we move straight into the 83s. Ewelina Kalinowska, also a very important one. Maybe not for final placing, but much more for a possible deadlift medal. 202.5.
And she's amped up for sure.
That's not gonna be there. It was a valid attempt. Both times it lifted the ground quite quickly. Just cannot pass the knees. No lift. So as of right now, the 3 biggest deadlifts are in the 190s. 195 for Krasciani, 192.5 for Zurinskait, and 190 for Kalinowska. Biggest totals of this group. Third, Jansova, 430. Second, 472.5 is Zurinskait, the Lithuanian. And first, as we speak, Krasciani from Georgia with 487.5. The top 2 has a strong shot at the podium. At least top 5. What a B group it's been.
Definitely. I mean, we don't see that every day, so you have to appreciate what's going like right now.
Individual lifts medal, we see that from time to time, but podium contenders,
And
that's super rare.
Two of them?
Two of them? That
I mean,
does not happen. First one to open in the 83s is Malta's own Neil Bazina, 250.
Here to wake up the crowd.
And the range of openers is smaller than in bench press. We're going to go from 250 to 285.
Oh, that's actually pretty close. Oh yeah, we're seeing like 4 or 5 to 80, 4 I think. Easy work for the spotter. They're gonna load it once and wait.
I'm not sure I want to compare the deadlifts of the B group to the A group, man, because this time it's going to hurt. We have some amazing pullers in the A group, multiple guys over the 330s.
Definitely. And like probably top 5, 6.
That's, yep. Top 5 nominated over the 330s. We could have multiple deadlifts over 340, maybe 350, depends on who hits and who misses.
And we have probably one of the best deadlifters in the world right now.
Yep, Eno Hussein from Hungary. What a deadlifter. Now Dovin Gosha of Bulgaria, 250, 2.5. He's at the best day possible so far. PRs all across the board, 6 for 6.
So 20 kg out of his PB. I think he PB'd on squat, PB'd on bench. Logical switch will be PB on the lift. We'll have to see that. Already at 260 kg?
Yeah, already. And we have 10 more openers to go. This one's for Karel Rada, Czechia, 260. Is that almost a strongman start to his conventional deadlift? 3 white lights, not something we see very often.
Yeah, and I want to see his energy because he was already there for bench. Usually people get more amped up for deadlift, so I'm just waiting to see how it will look like for deadlift.
Yeah, his energy is contagious for sure. Now Denis Kochar, the Slovenian, who lost out on a lot of kilos in the bench press event, opening with 262.5.
Not the best bench, but it's time for redemption, I guess.
Yeah, he clipped the rack twice. No racks on the platform here. So nothing's gonna go wrong.
And he seems decided. Today was not bench, but it's gonna be deadlift.
Next up, Alexandre Arnaud. When we wondered if he would even come out after a surprising move at the end of bench press.
Don't forget the referee might have something against him. But
if you see a red from come the left, you know where that's coming from.
But he seems to be there, yeah. As we say, he had the belt and the socks on, so probably just an act of sympathy.
Deadlift, supposedly one of his strong suits, so hopefully he's in good shape because he's had a tough day. 1 for 3 in squats, 1 for 3 and way below his usual levels of performances in the bench press event. A 270 opener in the deadlift just to gauge where he is on the day. A bit segmented because of the friction against the thighs, but it does look easy.
Yeah, definitely. His PB is 290. He should be close to that today.
Next up, Luka Ketskes, Croatia, 280. Unfortunately, bombed out in the bench press event. Could not manage 165. so he won't be able to register a total in the competition.
But he can still continue to lift and probably put up his best deadlift because his PB is 290 kg, opening 280. So either he's just going all out because he has nothing to lose anymore, or maybe he's just really strong on deadlift. We'll have to see. Oh,
That's super smooth.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't seem like it was hard.
Yeah,
His
and
PB is 290.
he didn't change his opener. We can see who changes and who doesn't. He did not, so he stayed his head in the game, maintain confidence. But the thing is, the rulebook states that you're not able to register a total. You're not able to register a record if you hit one, but you're still able to compete for
And that's set for
individual
him.
movements.
That's sad for him because he could have placed her in a really good place in the B group, probably even shooting for first.
Look at benches, almost loses balance at the top.
Oh, wow.
To 80, but
Down call was just right on time.
yeah, I think he needs more weight to stay planted. That was too easy. That's what's happening. My guy needs to be grounded.
The more weight you lift, the more grounded you are.
Same opening attempt for Holland from Estonia.
Now we've seen a lot of conventional puller. We were right.
This might be the new meta.
Who knows?
3 white lights, a good lift. But that's a good point actually. And we've been comparing those stats for the last few years. It depends on the weight classes, but it's almost 50-50 in terms of international records in the deadlifts.
Yeah, and 83s have always been a class who has a lot of conventional puller historically, so it doesn't surprise me. But like, look, once again.
Gregor Skaritovis opening with 280, conventional. And for those not so familiar with powerlifting, conventional would mean a narrow stance and the arms outside the legs. Sumo stance is a very wide stance with the arms in and her. Noah Reinhardt, 285. Take a guess. Is he gonna lift sumo or conventional?
I think it's sumo for me. What do you think?
I would say sumo. Just based on the
Don't
fact
look at
that
the baby porters. That's cheating. Oh,
that's sumo. And probably a hook grip puller.
oh, and higher belt placement. We don't see that often. Reminds me of Calixte.
Yeah, true. Good amount of kyphosis on him, just like Calix too. Yeah, very optimized deadlifts.
Definitely. And it doesn't look like it. Like, when you look at him, you won't think he's like a great deadlifter, but he makes work out of his body, I guess.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
look,
by the way he
position.
places his shoulders, his hips, he's managed to
Position
optimize
is
his leverages
really
for
good.
deadlifts.
This is conventional puller for sure. Oh no.
But no, come
I'm
on.
wrong.
Someone that's coming in beltless, you know he's going to be lifting sumo. 285 for Piotr.
Oh, and fingertip. Look at this.
However, not
Oh.
locked out enough according to 2 of our 3 refs on the platform. Coach is going up to the jury. How does that look? Keep in mind that the new rules are being applied. Your shoulders don't need to be pulled backwards compared to your body, but compared to the bar, seems fine to me. Maybe it's the hips or the knees that are
could be a combo
insufficiently
of
locked out.
everything.
It doesn't need to look pretty, it just needs to fit the rulebook.
Definitely.
285 for Michaela Gelos as the jury is still discussing the previous lift.
And I think it's an overall, yeah.
So we're all to a good lift, even though the display showed otherwise. So it's going to be a good lift for Jakimjuk.
And I think it's gonna be a nice 10 because it looks well, it moved well. Now we just have to continue.
And that was a solid opener at 285 for Team Cyprus. So everyone is on the board except Kalilov, who's X'd out, of course, his attempt because he left the venue. We're gonna have second attempts ranging from 265 to 300. We're preserving that same exact range. We had a 35 kg spread between the first and the final deadlift in the first round. The same exact thing in the second round. So 265 for Dobrin Koshov, Bulgaria. 3 white lights, a good lift.
And he moved as well as the opener, if not better.
I think it's gonna be a third PR on the day for him.
Yeah.
And maybe
well,
your fourth one if you count total.
The way he's pacing for now is definitely gonna be more than 270, I think, on the third one. And we're gonna have the answer pretty rapidly.
Neil Wazina, Malta, 272.5. He's a fan of big jumps. 22.5 for the Maltese.
Yeah, and the crowd is starting to heat up, obviously. We're going close to the end of the day, and those 2 last deadlifts are really important to make up for the best total you can. And it's a good lift. And he seems really happy with it. What's next?
Maybe another 12.5? I'd say that's top end.
Cool. Oh yeah, it moves really well. Seems like he's a nightman, so just needs the crowd to be a bit louder, and yeah.
He's gonna have the crowd on his side. We already know that. Denis Kotsar, 277.5, jump of 15.
Once again, not the best bench, but seems like he's in a good way for the deadlift, so just need to confirm that. Okay, really speedy out of the floor, and good lockout. That's 3 watt late.
Bar is loaded at 277.5. Yeah, this one's for Karel Radacek.
The energy is still rising. And that's a 17.5 kg jump.
It's a lot, but he's a madman.
Oh, wow. When you say put on a show, just invite this guy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you usually wouldn't advise for screaming instead of bracing, but for him it works.
We're talking a lot about individualization in powerlifting, and then I guess this is a good example of it. Oh, it's a 20 kg jump.
Vocal cards RPE 9, deadlift RPE 7.
And it's a 20 kg jump from Alexandre.
Yeah, Alexandre going all out in the deadlift event because we imagined that 290 would have been his top end on the day.
We've seen the first lift was, I will not say hard, I won't say easy either. The friction on the lockout was kind of important. So
it's the type of deadlift that's make or break. It's a huge sticking point. It
Yeah.
can still be fast, but those thighs are
you
gonna
have to go
come
through
and
the
resist
lock.
against the bar.
We'll have the answer in the next second anyways. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's not a top end lift, but we can see that the right hand starts to open up. He finishes fingertip, some more baby powder, The spotters are gonna brush the bar. Maybe he can squeeze in 295 to 97.5, but I'm pretty sure by the way things are going that he wants to do 300.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel it coming.
And
He came in. Gregor Skarutovic, Poland, 292.5, jump of 12.5. It's friendly fire between Team Poland to see who's going to come out on top of the B group. And with that deadlift, it's going to be 3 white lights and a retake of the lead over Jakobiuk.
And even holds the bar on the way down. I mean,
It's still a warm-up for his final attempt. Just a quick glass deadlift rep. He's just gentle like that. 295 for Luka Bensic. Jump of 15. Needed more weight to stick rounded. 15 will do.
I mean, oh wow. I guess let's add another 15.
Yeah, probably. The thing is, you don't want to overdo it at lockout because it's gonna unlock your knees. I think he was on the fence of doing that,
Yeah.
trying
Pretty
to
close.
secure the rep.
We've seen the lockout as being an issue in the first rep, almost missing balance. Now he has balance, but the knees were right on the line.
So now Piotr Jakimiuk, 295, jump of 10. This is to further extend the lead, but he doesn't want to rely on the jury for a second time.
And a really wide sumo here. Oh. Is he okay? Yeah.
You know what? It's easy to say in hindsight, but a 10 kg jump based on that opener seemed a bit ambitious to me.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that even if it's okay and it goes up, the referee will be looking at it because it was right on the line of being okay or not. It's definitely optimistic,
But now that opens the door for Kajutovic to be the leader of the B group.
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, he still has a lift, but he doesn't have that much room to play with. And now, yes, he's gonna have the lead on him, yeah, for sure.
Luka gets Croatia, 297.5, jump of 17.5, PB attempt of 7.5.
Oh, so fast.
Yeah,
He
but the
wasn't able
right
to
hand
hold
gives up
the-
on the bar.
Yeah. And the shoulder didn't want it to go back enough.
And the grip issues have been a topic since the beginning of that competition.
I'm not even so sure it's actually a grip issue. Huh? Maybe it's just he wasn't able to get the shoulders back.
I mean, we've seen lifters fake a grip issue when they fail the lift. That has happened before. Noah Reinards, 300 kilos. Jump of 15, PB attempt of 7.5.
And now we have 300 kg deadlift going back to back.
Come on, Noah. Come on. Good fight. Good control.
Well done from Noah and 3 white lights.
Not sure how much more he has. It could be 15 or 2.5. It's,
Could be. But if I had to guess, 7 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing it safe. You're saying something that's in the middle of what I just said.
No, I think 5 is the right call to me right now because you can see the shoulders are really close to
The shoulders
not
are.
being able to
I see what you mean.
to not being locked. So, I mean, we'll have the answer pretty soon.
Not the 300 and not the last one. Roland Tysiacki, Estonia. Jump of 20 kilos. PB deadlift of 313.
Come on, Roman.
What did you give as a ticket? Oh wow!
I mean, he's looking strong. He's looking strong. 3 white lights.
What? Noah gave 317 and a half. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going to adjust that. Or it's some sort of Belgian record and they won't stay at international.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I can imagine.
315. Okay, we're gonna see some big deadlifts.
There we go, 300 final second attempt for Michaela Gelos Christoforou. This deadlift is on fire. I think he's good for it.
Nicely done.
3 white lights. By the looks of it, we imagine that he has 3 or 5, so surely he's going to put in 320 with how things have been.
At least we're gonna have a really nice last flight of deadlifts for sure.
Hopefully not a flight of slack pulls. We need
I want to
attempts.
see the bar go for sure, but I think with the way they're pulling, it's gonna go up anyway. The question is, will it be locked? Will it be okay for the referees? And that's something else.
Yeah, but it's good to see that much of a fight in the B group of 83s. These guys going all out. We know that we have some world-class pullers later on in the A group, but we're still enjoying a good deadlift battle out of the B group.
And so I made the count. We have 7 sumo puller and 5 conventional puller on this flight.
Yeah, it's a good percentages of conventional pullers. Dobrin Goshov, Bulgaria, 275 to hit another personal best.
Okay, is it again the perfect attempt? Oh wow! And he was close.
That is heartbreaking because he was fresh off his squat PB, a bench PB. He was super close with that deadlift PB that would have granted him a total personal best. Almost the perfect day, just an inch away
I mean,
of that knockout.
it's how it goes. You cannot always be conservative. Sometimes you have to play the game, and I mean, it was close enough that you cannot say it's a bad call.
Yeah, it was a very believable attempt. Denis Kotsar, Slovenia, 285, jump of 7.5.
Goes up. Oh, the bar windmills. Yeah, you will see the spinning and just going forward, and it's hard to get that shoulder back again after that.
I think this is a day he's gonna have to think a lot about and learn from because he looked much stronger than what his total reflects.
Yeah, definitely. But it's hard. You have to always execute as well as you can, and sometimes execution is the thing that limiting you, not the actual strength. And when it's the case, you have to work on that as well or as much as you will work on strength any day.
Now Bazina Malta, 285, jump of 12.5.
And as we predicted, the crowd is definitely here with him. Done. Oh, hey.
One thing that's for sure is that he enjoyed his day. Personal best all across the board, in front of his crowd. Great vibes and great display of sportsmanship too. Just a quick clap to thank the referees. Next up, Karel Rada, Czechia, 287.5. Jump of 10, PB attempt of 2.5. Come on. Secure that lockout.
Oh.
Exactly like what we've seen from Goshov. Heartbreaking. Yet super fun athlete to watch. Props to him. now to Piotr Jakimiuk, retaking 295. If he wants to try and secure that first position out of the B group, he absolutely needs that. Otherwise, Kajutovic will be in a position to overtake him.
Definitely. This one is really important for his total, but also for his place. He's taking the time to set up well, trying to find that perfect angle of the engine pushing on the floor. And it looks better than the second one. Ah,
So as of right now, he's still in the lead of the B group, but very much threatened by Kajutovic. The thing is, Kajutovic can lower his attempt until the bar is loaded for Hanno.
yeah.
And it seems like Team Poland does not want to play the game that way in between the two Polish. And they're going to go after Hanno. Yep, it's been decided. Would you have lowered the bar to 297 for Kajutovic?
Depends on what it means for him, I guess.
Yeah.
Does it change a lot for him to win or to make sure he wins the group? Or maybe he has some personal things he wants to hit? You know? You always have to balance what you want, what you can, and what you have to do to make the right choice.
I think this is exactly why Alexandro has chosen to go for 300, just to hit that milestone after a pretty bad day, to be honest, for
Yep.
him. Just 1 for 3 in the squat, 1 for 3 in the bench, and nowhere near his top end.
But he has a chance to end that in the best way possible.
Yeah, 300. A nice milestone on the international platform.
Oh, close enough. But yeah, as we say, that friction with the lockout, once the knees are locked, you have to get your shoulder backs, and today was just a bit too heavy for that to be done. And now, I mean, approaching a really important one.
Yeah, the deciding pull for the lead of the B group, Gregor Kajutovic, 302.5 to surpass Jakimiuk by 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, the top two is already made. Now it's just who's gonna be the first, who's gonna be second.
It looks like he's looking at his personal best deadlift rather than looking at his fellow Polish athlete.
And
And after 11 years of competitive experience,
What
he
a
hits a
beautiful
new
way.
personal best deadlift.
what a beautiful way to end that. I mean, he's been kind of the underdog until the end.
Yeah, he seemed slower. He seemed to
Yeah.
have more and more struggles as the lifts went on, but he comes out on top.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we meant by execution. I mean, it's not always the strongest that wins, but sometimes it's just the one that picks the right number and execute well.
Yeah, 100%. Now Lucas Keskes is going to 305. That's a surprise to me after missing
I think, as
297.5.
I said, I think it's just in YOLO mode. Like, he wants to put something on the bar, pull on it, and we'll see.
Yeah, surely that was not a grip issue then, because if you have a grip issue, you do not add 7.5.
Or you had more shoulder on your hand and
Yeah.
hope for the best.
Or you're Gavin Aiden and you burn your ships.
Oh. Well, it was just too heavy for today.
Nice bat on the plates. Good job. You won this time, but I'll get you back. And 4 more deadlifts to go. 307.5 is next up. It's for Michaela Gelos Christoforou Cyprus. PB of 7.5 at stake.
Okay. We talked about energy. It's definitely there. The athlete checking on the plates. You do see that sometimes. I mean, it's also the role of the coach and all of the official, but sometimes it can go through. So the coach being there to help is always something cool and making sure everything is okay.
That's one tough lockout. It's not gonna happen today. No lift.
And we have 3 more deadlifts to go for the end of this flight. And I mean, 3 big deadlifts.
Yeah, 310, 315, and possibly 317.5. Next up is Luka Bencic, Croatia. Jumping 50 kilos is no small feat. It's for a PB of 4.5. This PB being 305.5. I imagine some sort of junior Croatian record, even maybe open record, because he's 20 years young. He's still a junior.
Definitely possible. And it moves. Okay. Oh, the grip was right on the edge too.
Or the antagonist laugh as he drops down the bar. This guy's the Green Goblin when he PRs.
Look at the right hand, was so close at the end.
It's just the place.
The fingers just.
The plate talks to him in such a way that it brings that attitude out of him. Another lifter shooting for a personal best, Roland Tishatsky, Estonia, 315, PB of 2. I mean, where you're deadlifting 313, adding 2 is difficult. Not that I would know of, but you would.
Yeah, I mean, it's known. The higher you go, the harder it gets to get higher.
Yeah, it's exponentially harder. 315 to have the biggest pool of the B group with only one athlete yet to go. Asking for support.
Takes all the time he has to pull. Okay. And he revs the engine and
Yeah, I think he secures it. 3 white lights, a good lift. That's insane, but if you look at the nomination, that would be a top 9 pool. Imagine the caliber deadlifters we have later on.
Also could secure him the best deadlift of the Group B. Now we have to see what Noah is gonna do. He went 317.5. I mean, looking at the second, it's a big jump, but who knows?
Yeah. It's a bigger jump from the second to the third than from the first to the second.
We talked about personal objectives. I mean, maybe it was just being the last to pull for him.
It's the final deadlift. Sometimes lifters can find that other gear, can come a bit more amped up. Maybe he didn't use all of his secret jutsus to be on his A game, but 317.5, regardless of what he did beforehand, is going to be a big ask.
Definitely. I mean, we're having the answer in the next 10 seconds, so we just need to wait and see.
If it needs to be 10 seconds on grind, so be it. But that bar does not leave the floor. I'm pretty sure it's something, either his PR training or some sort of Belgian record. I don't see why you would go for 317.5 other than that.
Even if you were the first of the Group B, it doesn't make anything because you're still classed with the Group A, so it doesn't give you anything. So yeah, definitely. Maybe it was just I know in Belgium, so how it works, if you want to go to Worlds, you have to have the best total in the year. So maybe it was the way to pull for the best total to go to Worlds.
Possibly. So the biggest deadlifter of the flight is going to be Tishatsky from Estonia. But the biggest total belongs to a Polish, Grzegorz Kojutovic, with 735. Maybe a bit of a surprise because Piotr Jakimuk seemed to be the favorite of the B group. But 735 it is for Kojutovic. So there's going to be a participation medal ceremony for those guys. And the A flight will take place at 4 in the afternoon. Corentin, it's been a pleasure to have you at the commentary booth. Hope you enjoyed yourself.
It was amazing.
So thanks for your time. Thanks for your expertise. Hopefully you'll be back in the near future. But we know you're going to be in the crowd enjoying the performance of Mathis Ducré later on in the day.
Definitely.
The dark horse of the 83s.
We have to prove some things today.
Okay, thanks again for your time.
Pleasure.
Thanks for following Powerlifting on the EPF YouTube channel, and we'll be back at 4.